Our top story this morning, the U.S. has announced the official end to its 20-year-long war in Afghanistan, with the lost planes taking off from Kabul's Hamid Karzai International Airport just a minute before the midnight deadline of August 31st. However, the Pentagon admits it was not able to evacuate every American wishing to flee, adding the military part of the mission now shifts to a diplomatic one. Our Hyo-sun starts us off.
The U.S. has announced the completion of its withdrawal from Afghanistan, closing a multi-generational chapter in the country's military history. General Kenneth McKenzie, commander of the U.S. Central Command, explained during a briefing Monday that Washington's longest war has now ended. He explained the U.S. completed its evacuation mission, with the last planes taking off just a minute before the clock struck midnight in Kabul. He also provided an explanation on the progress the U.S. military achieved, successfully evacuating some 123,000 civilians from Afghanistan. Hailing the mission as a, quote, monumental accomplishment, he added that over 7,500 civilians were evacuated a day on average during the past 2 weeks or so since the Taliban seized control. This, he said, does not include the roughly 5,000 service members and their equipment that were sent for the mission. However, McKenzie also admitted there are still some 200 Americans left in Afghanistan who weren't able to get out in time. He said the military phase of the mission has come to an end, but the diplomatic phase, it begins now under the oversight of the State Department. The closing hours of the evacuation were marked by extraordinary drama. Just a day ahead of the deadline, the U.S. military says threats to Kabul airport remain, quote, specific and real, adding it was a particularly dangerous time. It also confirmed that several rockets were fired at the airport on Monday, but stressed its evacuation mission was not interrupted. Citing a U.S. official, Reuters reports some of the rockets were intercepted by a missile defense system. ISIS quickly claimed responsibility, adding they fired 6 rockets at the airport. Just days prior, a suicide bombing, which the ISIS-K has claimed responsibility for, killed 13 American service members and some 170 Afghans. Hyo-sun, Arirang News.